Mr. Gandhi, I'm asking you this question with all seriousness. Do you feel that congressmen were involved? And two, do you believe that you personally, if you apologize for the riots, there will be a finality?
The difference between Gujarat and 1984 was that the government of Gujarat was involved in the riots. The government.
How do you say that?
I mean,
the Chief Minister of Gujarat has been given the clean sheet by the courts.
The difference between.
Explain that. Government of Gujarat was aiding and abetting the riots, is what you just said. Explain that.
I mean, it's not me. It's large numbers of people who were there. It's large numbers of people who saw actively the government of Gujarat being involved in the riots.
And you keep that line despite the Chief Minister getting a clean sheet from the courts?
I mean, people saw it. I'm not the person who saw it. Your colleagues saw it. Your colleagues told me.
They saw riots. They didn't see the government of Gujarat.
They saw the
again. Mr. Gandhi, before you seek an apology from Modi, would you apologize for the 1984 riots?
So,
congressmen involved?
Did innocent people die? Absolutely.
Were congressmen involved?
Some congressmen probably were involved.
But has justice been delivered to
them? There
is
a legal process through which they have gone.
You admit some congressmen were probably involved?
Some congressmen have been punished for it.
In that case, why don't you apologize for the 1984 riots?
No, that's where the meat of the issue is. But I don't hear that discussion. I don't hear the discussion about, how are we actually choosing that candidate? That's never a discussion. Discussion is, once everything is over.
It's a discussion. I'm asking you, how are you choosing Ashok Chavan? That's a discussion I'm willing to have. How are you choosing Veerbhadra Singh? They're elected representatives. They hold clout.
Absolutely.
Does their clout make them oblivious to public accountability and scrutiny?
No, their clout does not make them oblivious, but.
Who is this? Do you agree with your Prime Minister when he says that?
Well, I mean, what the Prime Minister is saying is a fact. I mean, Gujarat happened, people died. But the real issue, as far as I'm concerned.
How do you accuse Mr. Narendra Modi of it?
No, Gujarat happened, people died. The real issue at hand here.
How is Mr. Modi responsible for it?
He was Chief Minister when Gujarat happened.
Well, the fact remains that Narendra Modi has been given a clean sheet in the Gulbarg massacre case by the SIT and the court, Mr. Gandhi. Specifically speaking, how is Narendra Modi? Your party criticized him for the 2002 Gujarat riots. How can you do that when he has been given a clean sheet in the Gulbarg massacre by the SIT and the court? It was challenged in the... That means there is a fear of loss. He's avoiding a direct one-on-one battle with Mr. Narendra Modi. Rahul, you must answer that now.
To understand that question, you have to understand a little bit about what Rahul Gandhi is and what Rahul Gandhi's circumstances have been. So the real question, right, is what I'm doing sitting here. The real question, right, is what I'm doing sitting here. You're a journalist. When you were small, you must have thought to yourself, I want to do something, right? You decided to become a journalist at some point. Why did you do that?
Swami? Mm-hmm. I'm sure you know him. He raises all kinds of questions. Mm-hmm. May I, with your permission?
Oh, of course, please.
Subramaniam Swami has raised questions on your degrees. He says, why does he claim he has an MPhil from Cambridge? Cambridge has no record of his thesis. You cannot get an MPhil without a thesis. He says, yes, he went to Harvard. When Rajiv Gandhi was Prime Minister, somebody, and I won't name, gave $11 million to Harvard Medical School. Donors quota, Harvard has this quota. Once you enter, in 3 months, Harvard said to him, we don't think you belong here. So he dropped out. He's questioned both your degrees. I want you today.
Were you in Cambridge?
I was at Oxford.
You're at Oxford. But you spent some time at Cambridge?
I was a visiting fellow at Cambridge for a while.
Okay. So, where were you in Cambridge?
At Sydney Sussex College.
So I was at Trinity in Cambridge. I spent a year there, I did my MPhil there.
Now, I want your response to
what's the response?
I want your response to Subramaniam. How do you deal with this? You want your silence for all these years, because in this period, 2004 to 13, wholesale price index of food goes up by 157%, vegetables by 350%, and onions by 521%. You don't speak on that. When Raj Babbar says you can get food at 12 rupees per meal, you don't speak then. When Rashid Masood says you can get a meal for 5 rupees, you don't speak then. The accusation there is, and the general feeling is, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, that you've really woken up on this issue after the 4-0 drubbing in the last state elections? You concede that?
No. I think women are the backbone of this country. I think women need to be empowered. I am absolutely against the concept of dynasty. Anybody who knows me knows that, understands that, right?
Have a debate with Narendra Modi if he agrees to a debate on any of these issues. My question to you is direct. If Narendra Modi says, I'm willing to debate these issues,
I'm debating these issues by building structure in the Congress party that's going to transform.
Why should there not be a debate between the key political party candidates on all sides? Let them talk, have a conversation.
You're more than welcome. You have to start that debate. As far as I'm concerned, the debate is taking place.
I'm willing to start the debate. Are you ready for it? Then I can go and ask Mr. Modi if he's ready for it.
You start the debate, but the real issue is doing this stuff. The real issue is doing this stuff in the party machine.